What's up, beautiful people? It's your homegirl, Shameless, all up in your building, and this video is all about what I eat in a day. And I love food, I love eating. So I've teamed up with Thrive Market to share with you what I eat in a day. And this is the box. I have never ordered groceries online before, so this was a first for me. My girlfriends had been telling me about Thrive Market that I need to get on it. So I'm so glad that this collaboration came about, because I probably would still be driving to the grocery store, spending gas, looking for parking, stressing out, trying to find what I need. They don't have it in the aisles. Gotta go to another grocery store. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So I'm trying to save time and money. Thrive, you can save between 25 and 50% off. And they have non-GMO, organic. You can shop in different categories for your dietary restrictions. So if you're vegetarian, paleo, kosher, ketogenic, just heard of that, just learned that, high fats. So yeah, they have my favorite plantains, quinoa, my favorite. I live on this stuff. Garden of Life, holla at your girl. I love the way they packaged everything. It was so smart. Sometimes I get packages, I'm like, why would you package it this way? I mean, everything's gonna break in it. Obviously, they put thought and time into packaging, and I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna break down with you what I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a couple snacks in between, and let's just get into this now, shall we? So the first up is the most important meal of the day, breakfast. This is an oatmeal vegan breakfast muffin, and it's so great to eat on the go, although it does take a while to prep, but once you have it, you good. So apples, carrots, and bananas is what you'll need. Chop up 1 apple. I do suggest grating it. I couldn't find my grater. Pour that into a bowl with 1 smashed banana. Add a cup of grated carrots. I did happen to have grated carrots in my fridge. Then in a separate bowl, you're gonna add your dry ingredients. All these ingredients that I have, I will list it out in the info box below. So because this is vegan, I'm gonna make a flaxseed egg, not an actual egg. So a tablespoon of flaxseed and 2.5 tablespoons of water. Now in a separate bowl, you're gonna mix your dry ingredients. I'm adding, it looks like a lot of coconut sugar, but it is in fact 2 tablespoons of sugar. I ended up not using the whole amount. So you're gonna add a teaspoon of salt, just a little kick, a teaspoon of cinnamon, what is that, tablespoon of baking soda, so that muffin will rise, and go ahead and mix that all up. Now that your flaxseed egg is kind of like gelatinous, you're gonna add a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm using avocado oil, use any oil. A heaping dash of vanilla. Clearly, I love vanilla. I'm gonna pour this all over my carrots, apples, and bananas. This is how I do it. You can do it any way that suits your fancy. And 1/2 cup of almond milk, unsweetened or sweetened, any milk of your choosing. Add in 2/3 cups of rolled oats. Mix that all around, and you'll notice it's still kind of juicy. Add in some flour. I'm using spelt flour, and I just kind of eyeball it. I'll have the measurements in the info box, but I just want it moist, not dry, and not watery. And then add in your favorite nuts. I'm using walnuts. Spray your cupcake tray. And then I go ahead and I top it off with rolled oats as well as walnuts. And I do suggest that you just pack it in. Go ahead and throw that into the oven that has been preheated to 375 degrees, but I actually only had to keep it in for 20 minutes. The muffin tray for another 15 minutes when I pulled it out of the oven. And that's your breakfast. Delicious. You just grab this and go. And I usually do that before working out. My post-workout, it could be a smoothie bowl, but more often than not, I have no time. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my almond milk. And the trick with this, put the powder on top. I find that when I put the powder on the bottom, it would kind of stick to the cup. So yeah, and that again, quick, easy, fast, post-workout drink. Now for lunch, a burrito wrap of your choosing. I'm just putting all my leftover vegetables that I have in my fridge, red peppers, green onions, my favorite, spinach, corn, avocado. Your favorite protein, I'm using black beans, also some quinoa. Use your favorite wrap. I couldn't find my favorite, so I have this, which did the job, and just mount that all in. Put it all in. This was so delicious and fast, quick and simple. I feel light, easy on my toes. And add your favorite dressing. And then here's a challenge. Wrapping it so all the goodness doesn't fall out. I wish I had toothpicks with me, but I didn't. I would have added toothpicks to this. And there you have it, a delicious lunch wrap. Moving on, a snack, an apple I like to cut. And honestly, peanut butter with apples or even carrots, that is a good snack. You're good to go. For dinner, I like to lay low on the carbs and heap up on the protein. 6 pieces of shrimp that you can also order on the Thrive Market. They now sell meat and seafoods, and I am a pescatarian. So I'm gonna go ahead and season that with my favorite seasoning, Tony's, yes. And honestly, I just use whatever leftover greens I have in my fridge and green onions. And I like to throw that in with the greens. With the shrimp, I like to cook my shrimp with onions. You don't have to, you can skip this, but I really like the flavors of sweet onions. So now that I have all my greens chopped up, I'm gonna go ahead and get some oil on my pan, heat that ish up, and add in my sweet onions. I used about half an onion, you could probably even use a quarter, and throw your shrimp in. Now, it's important to keep an eye on these shrimp because they cook super fast. Like I'm telling you, 5 minutes. When you start cooking it longer, it gets into a rubbery texture. Blech. Oh, and add some black pepper. I love me some black pepper. And this is what I do. But you can cook the shrimp however way you want, you know. So now that the shrimp is done, I'm gonna go ahead and cook my greens. And I'll be adding in my green onions, my leftover mixed greens. And because I don't have enough, I'm like, what else greens do I have in my fridge? I got some spinach, so I'll just throw that in. And just for like a little pop of color, you know, you could throw in some corn or some red pepper. But I think the key here is just using your leftovers and having a good seasoning for your shrimp. You can even use paprika, Cajun seasoning, any. That's what I generally like to use for my shrimp. Plate that ish up and top it off with the scrimps. And this is golden. This is so great for dinner. That's pretty much what I eat in a day. I'll have the info on all of that in the info box below. Also, if you haven't ordered groceries online, try it. Give it a try. I have a link to Thrive Market below to save 25% off on top of what you're already saving. And girl, you're gonna save lots of time and headache and stress because grocery shopping is a task for me. Again, they have lots of things to shop for: kitchen supplies for your babies, your pets, your home, your fridge, your pantries, your bathroom, all of that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you know when I upload a video. And until next time, boos, remember to do you, be you, stay true, be shameless. Put in that work. Listen, she gonna put in some work. Why? Because I said I ain't going out without a fight. Isn't this really cute? This is a wine rack. I only had like one bottle of wine. And my friend Luisa, who was in town, was arranging, and she put like the sweet potatoes and onions, and I've since expanded to all the randomness. New habits.